YouTube family. I pray that all is well. I pray that God continue to bless all of you and keep you in such a time as this. This is Filmore Spellman Production presents YouTube live and in living color. God bless you. I pray that everybody's having a wonderful morning on today. May heaven smile upon you on today. Yes. Matter of fact, I'm walking to work. I am on my way to work. Thought I put some steps in, get some exercise, and also communicate with all of you at this time and what have you. Yes. Before I begin, for those who will come on live, I would like for all of you to click that subscribe button, and also click that notification bell. Every time I go on live, you'll receive a notification that I'm live, so that you can hop on quickly. Yes. Also, housekeeping rules on this digital platform that I have. Make sure that when you post anything below, make sure it is positive, nothing negative. I don't want trolls to be underneath saying childish stuff. I'm a grown man. I'm 53 years old, man. I got zero tolerance for that kind of stuff, and I expect more from adults. You understand? Not to post something down below and say something negative and everything. Yes. Once again, I'm grateful to God that I'm alive. To God be the glory. And what more can I ask for it when it comes to life? My life is not perfect. You understand? But I'm grateful that God wakes me up this morning. I can able to go to work, provide for my family, my youngest son, and everything. Like I told you my story, I am a widower, and trying to do this thing by myself, it's not easy. Losing my significant other, who's no longer here, and doing this thing called life each and every day. It's not easy, especially when you don't have a significant other. I understand the importance of, like the Bible says, it's not good for man to be alone and everything. It's not, life and everything. But I'm grateful to God. Yeah. Just pray for the state of our youth. I don't know what's going on with the state of our youth. It seems like they're going through a lot. It seems like they got so much pipped up frustration or something like that. We got to pray for our youth. I don't know what's going on, but we just have to pray. This Gen Z generation, they are so bombarded by, social media and all these kinds of influences. It's making them to have a lot of ruthless aggression. When I mean the youth, I'm not only talking about the Gen Zs. I'm also talking about the millennials too. You understand? The millennials who were born later, and that is like close to the Gen Zs. I don't know what's going on with them. You understand? We have to pray for them, and we got to do our best, as elder statesmen and elder stateswomen to communicate. But we could do but so much in terms of communication. They have to want to promote change in their lives. We can't do it for them. I mean, we can guide them, show them the way, to be patient and everything. But at the end of the day, they have to make that choice decision to do what is right. You understand? Because they have to face the real world, and they can't face the real world with childish behaviors. Are you feeling me? So just pray for our youth. You understand? And because these youths, you know, some of them they just disrespectful to adults. You know, I come from an era that, because I'm a Gen X, I'm a Generation X. You know, we respect our adults. We don't talk back to our adults. We don't talk back to our parents. We don't talk back to those who are in leadership. Those who are authoritarians. We don't talk back. And even our guardians, we don't talk back to them. You know, we respect our elders. I cut from that cloth. You know, me being a Generation Xer who was born 1972. Julia Morris said, where is the... I don't know what you're trying to say. I don't know if this is negative or what. Like I said, housekeeping rules. When y'all want to make, if y'all want to post something down below, please, sir, please, ma'am, say something positive or be clear. You understand? I don't speak that. So I don't know what you're saying. I have to delete this. Yeah, I have to delete that because I don't know what this person's saying. You understand? Let me explain something about this platform. This is a positive platform. I'll talk about, you know, real life situations. I'll talk about, you know, situations, real life. And yes, you're going to get some elements of the Word of God and things of that nature. And I share, you know, about life and everything. But when asked a question, ask an intelligent question. You understand? You know, I can answer questions, but I can't answer stupid questions, man. Because we're grown at the end of the day. You know, we're grown. You know, can't be children anymore. You know what I'm saying? You know, Paul the Apostle said to the church of Corinth, he said, when I was a child, I spoke as a child, I thought as a child, and I understood as a child. But when I became a man, I put away childish things. So when you become a man, you got to put away childish things, man. And even questions down below, it tends to be... I expect people to ask intelligent questions. You understand? So that's I'm just giving you an idea of what my platform is all about. But there are platforms out there that you have free reign. You can say whatever you want to say. Hey, knock your socks off. You know what I'm saying? You know, but this platform is a positive platform. Understand? So that's basically it. You understand? I don't want to scare y'all. You know what I'm saying? That y'all can't make comments, but it has to be positive. You know what I'm saying? And the whole nine. So that's basically it. You know, how's everybody doing? You know, just explain who you are and where you're from. I'm from United States of America. I have a lot of people who are Indians, you know, from India, you know, joining my page. I think maybe a couple of days ago, I had someone from Bangladesh had joined my page. I mean, came on my page just to say hi and everything. I had some people from Sweden. What's up? What's up? I'm gonna keep walking. I'm doing my Facebook, on my YouTube live, man. How you doing, my brother? All right. Yeah. Oh, that was my colleague. That was nice of him. He got his vehicle and he could have, you know, drove me to work, but I choose to have conversation with y'all. You understand? And that was nice of him. I respect my colleague. Mr. Salty Baller. What's a good man? It's simple. A good man is a man who has moral principles. Write this down. A good man is a good man who has what you call moral principles. A good man who have moral principles, live by moral principles. You understand? And that's the answer. You don't have to ask the question again. Let's keep it simple. KIS. Come on, we're adults. You ask a question, let me answer. A good man. Now, this is when I delete. This is like I said, I'm doing housekeeping rules. Now I have to remove. I answer the question. Now this person is going too much, doing too much. And now I have to delete another message. I don't know who this person is. I have to delete that kind of message. Like I said, I have zero tolerance for negativity. But yeah, this is what I'm talking about. I'm showing y'all a prime example of immaturity and these kind of questions. It doesn't make any sense at all. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, grow up. Like, and like I said, those who joining me now, housekeeping rules. When y'all come on my page, make sure y'all ask intelligent question. Don't put another response, the same question, and put something funny down below. That's not the platform for it. You understand? And now I have to delete on Stephen Duck. I'm not gonna respond to that. You understand? Yeah. I'm not gonna respond to that. Because I want my viewers, to capture any positive moment, any word, or any gems that I'm dropping, to my viewers, that they can walk away from, or they can receive any takeaways, so that they can add into their repertoire of life. You understand? Pavo Favik said, how you been? I've been good. I'm grateful to God that I'm alive. I'm grateful to God that I have my right state of mind. And I'm grateful that, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I have a therapist, you know what I'm saying? And here's the stigma. When receiving therapy, you don't have to be crazy to receive therapy. And the problem with with our community, whether you're from an African American community or Hispanic American community, it's like this stigma about therapy. My therapy it wasn't due to childhood trauma. It has a lot to do with losing my late wife, and things that occur after losing my late wife, and it hurts. You understand? And especially when you had expectations in your marriage, you live longevity with your wife and everything, and it's a lot. You know what I'm saying? And it's a lot to unpack and unfold and everything. Life hasn't been easy when me raising up my two boys. When you lose a significant other, life hasn't been easy. When I did a thing that I'm not at liberty to discuss, and it was all Bible and all, it hurts. You know what I'm saying? Disappointment, it hurts. And I'm grateful to have therapy, someone I can talk to, and someone who could listen and give me sound advice. And I encourage everyone to get therapy, whether you have suffered grief and loss, like in the case that I have gone through. You understand? It's not easy, man. I have crying days at times, and it hurts. You know what I'm saying? And I went through a period when I was angry at God, like twice, on two occasions, when I lost my dad first back in 2007, because I was so close to my dad, and my dad would have been 78 years old. He died back in 2007, and he was 60 years old at the time. But 18 years ago, he passed away and left this earth. And also my late wife had passed away. October 26th will be 7 years since her passing, and it hurts, man. And things weren't easy with me and my oldest son. You know, this I had this on and off again relationship with my oldest son, and I'm praying for my oldest son. You know, it hurts. Mike Beat says, stay strong. Thank you so much. Mike Beat says, post-traumatic stress disorder. You know, miss my pops too. You know, dag, we'll keep your head up, man. Thank you so much. I'm trying to do that. It's, with the help of God. You know, and everything. It's not easy. When you lost people. Yeah. And I had my moments. I had my moments. You know what I'm saying? You know. I used to do things with my late wife. We used to go out and have dinners, and we did family things together, and that's the thing I miss. When I do have family time with my son, my youngest son, you know, I have good times, but it's not the same when you have both mom and dad in the picture. You know what I'm saying? It hits different. Thank you, Mike B says, I feel your energy. You strong-hearted. Thank you so much, man. I'm encouraged to write a book about, life being a widower, because I think with us widowers, it's like we don't have a voice. It's like because of society, they want us to be masculine, strong, and you can handle this. To be quite honest with you, let's address the elephant in the room. We have human emotions too. We cry, man. We hurt. We have disappointments and everything. And everything. So that's if I ever write a book right now, I'm talking to a publisher company right now, and in order for me to write this book, I have to go through series of steps and everything. I just want to tell my story, and I'm using this platform to tell the story about life as a widower. It's not easy. It's not easy, man. This thing called life is not easy. And when I do see people on their social media platforms, when they have marriages that have lasted 40 and 60 years, I'm happy for them. I want that. I wanted that too. My book would be about, from a male's perspective of losing a spouse and life. You understand? Life on a daily scale, it's not easy when you lose a significant other and everything. Life be lifing. But yeah, that's it, And it's gonna take me some time to work on it, but it's gonna come out. You understand? I got a good publisher. They heard my story, and they want to move forward with me writing the book. Yeah. Thanks for asking the question. Whoever Irish, the player, Bite Beat says, and dealing with life after. Yeah, the life after. One thing I learned from grief and loss when I became a board certified grief and loss counselor, it's the loss within the loss. Not only you lost your spouse, you lost certain things. I never forget when my wife and I, when my wife was alive, we were like behind bills and payments, rent, because she was a home daycare provider and she was relying on the city to give her grant to help. But, the money didn't materialize and we were back. Hold on a second, y'all. I'm back, y'all. Yeah. Mike B says, "How old are you, bud?" I'm 53. I had a birthday. Last not this Monday had passed. Uh, 2 weeks ago, October 6th. I made 53. And I'm still here by the grace of God. Irish the player said, "Good for you, amigo, my friend. I hope nothing but the best. Always remember, most of the time, life is isn't complicated. We make it complicated." And I agree with you. I agree with you. Uh, Happy belated birthday to you, Mike Beats. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate you, and thank you so much, Irish the player. Yeah, Mike B says, "True that, true that." Yeah, thank you so much. I appreciate y'all. This is why I love how y'all posting stuff like this, and it's wonderful that y'all posting something that is quality and good, and an encouragement, you know, and everything. So yeah, I'm looking forward to finish. I already start with my first chapter of the book. I need to do a couple of more chapters. The book is going. It's not going to be a long book. It's going to be a short book. And once I finish it, and once I have a writing coach, it'll be put out there. And maybe after this, go on tour and go places and speak to men, letting men know that you're not alone. I am in your shoes. I, no, I know what it's like to lose a significant other. I know what it's like to have expectations and everything. I know what it's like that, at one time when your spouse was alive, you had all these happy moments and everything, and all of a sudden, life happens. Your spouse, she's no longer here. To widows, because not taking anything away from the women, but women always been encouraged when they lose their good husbands. You know, women have a better support group than 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 the male counterparts. We need encouragement too. We need an environmental safe place for widowers too. Mike B says, "Have a blessed day to you, sir." Thank you so much. Have a blessed day to you too. And those who are on, like Irish Beats and who else? I think it's just both of y'all. And I see 4 people on. I don't know who watch me. On the 4 people, I appreciate all of y'all for watching me. Listening to me. Yes, I'm walking to work. Yes, it's dark right now. Thank you so much, Mike Beast, for saying you'll subscribe, to my channel. And once again, because I'm about to draw the close, I'm almost at work. Once again, feel free to click the like emoji, and click subscribe, and also click that notification bell. Every time I go on live, you'll get that quick notification. So if you're up or if you're available, you can just click. You'll hop on right in, knowing that I'm live and everything. So I appreciate the both of y'all. GX, I have to delete you. Like I said, this is not the platform for it. I don't. Oh, my name is Ernest. Mike Beats. My name is Ernest. Ernest. Echo Romeo November Echo Sierra Tango. Never been in the military in my life, but I learned how to spell military when the security company that I used to work for, CNN, Cable News Network, it was a paramilitary style security that I was a part of. That was my pop's name. Wow, that's awesome. Yesterday, when I had to travel with the middle schoolers to play another team in another town, and I had a conversation with a parent, and he said the same thing. That's my pop's name. I, I, I guess Ernest at the time is a current name. You don't hear too many Ernests nowadays. You know, I'm not saying Ernest is a unique name. It's a common name. Ernest is a common name. But yeah, my oldest son name is Ernest. Keep him in prayer, man. That's all I got to say. Keep him in prayer. Mike B says, cool. He said, no, you don't. Yes. For sure. Yes. Once again, I appreciate everybody watching me, joining me, hearing, my story, I do this every day. I wake up in the morning. I walk from where I'm at and to walk to work, and to put that calisthenic in, to work and put them steps in, and also have a conversation with y'all and whatever gems I share with y'all, or any motivation to motivate your day. I'm here for y'all. I'm here to be y'all support. God is using me to serve y'all, to encourage y'all along the way. But one thing I can't tolerate are those trolls, or those negative, childish trolls putting negative stuff. I don't want to hear anything about politics. That's why I had deleted somebody's message, posting something negative. I'm not for that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Mike B says, see you later. 2 minutes of midnight. Say hi. Good morning. 2 minutes to midnight. Good morning. Mike B says, what state you are in, if you don't mind asking? I'm in New York. Anywhere in New York. Iris, the player, said, life is tough, but every day is a blessing. Amen. Yes, every day is a blessing. I have a saying, and this is not my saying, but I heard people say it a lot. A metaphor idiom, every day above ground is a blessed day. So I'm blessed. I thank God for him waking me up this morning, allowing me to see another blessed day. So I'm truly grateful for life, and living each and every day this thing called life. You understand? And so forth and so on. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna let you go. Once I cross the street, I'm gonna end this video. Just wanna look 2 ways before I cross the street, because this is a busy part, and everything. So thank you so much for tuning in. Mike B says, it's Isaiah the player, by the way. Oh, God bless you. Hey, Bev. All right. Yeah, that's my nephew's name. His middle name is Isaiah, and that's a biblical name. You got a good biblical name, man. All right, y'all. So y'all have a wonderful blessed day. I'm gonna end this thing here. All right. I love y'all all. Thank y'all so much. And randomizer say hi. And that's it. I'm gonna leave it like that. All right, y'all have a wonderful, blessed day, and shalom.